Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the one part of SEO that you have 100% absolute control over. I'm talking about on-page SEO. This is the stuff you can tweak, fix, and totally perfect all on your own. So, let's get into it.
So let me ask you a question. Does this sound familiar? You've poured your heart and soul into your website, but when you search for it, crickets. It feels like it's totally invisible on Google. It is, without a doubt, one of the most frustrating feelings out there.
Well, here's the good news. The key to fixing this, the power to get found, is already in your hands. Seriously. It's not locked away in some secret Google vault. It's right there, in the words and the code of your very own website.
And that brings us right to our first section. We're going to break down exactly what this power is, this power within your website.
You know, the best way to get your head around SEO is to think of your website like a physical shop. On-page SEO, that's everything inside your store. It's how you arrange your shelves, the clarity of your signs, how helpful your staff is, everything you directly control to make it a great experience. Off-page SEO is all the stuff happening outside, your reputation around town, people talking about you, other businesses sending customers your way. Today, we're focusing on getting your own house in perfect order. So, to put it simply, on-page SEO is all about fine-tuning your web pages so they rank higher and bring in more traffic. But, and this is the most important part, this isn't about trying to trick some robot algorithm. Not anymore. It's about making your website genuinely better, clearer, and more useful for the actual people visiting it. You see, when you nail that, the rankings just kind of follow.
Okay, so that's the what. But what about the why? Why should you really invest your time and energy into this? Well, let's talk about why this is the absolute foundation for getting seen online.
It really boils down to three huge reasons. First, like we said, you're in the driver's seat. You control it all. Second, it directly boosts your click-through rate, which is just a fancy way of saying more people will actually click on your link in the search results. And third, it makes your website a better place to be, which has all these awesome ripple effects. Let's dig into that second point for a sec.
Now, this is one of the coolest outcomes of great on-page SEO. It's called earning a rich snippet. You've totally seen these. It's when you search for a recipe and the star rating and cook time show up right there in the results. Or when you see a little Q&A drop down under a link. That extra bit of info makes your results stand out and can boost the number of people clicking on it by a massive 20 to 30%. That's a game changer.
And the benefits don't stop once they click. Oh no. When someone lands on your page and instantly finds what they were looking for, what do? They stick around. They don't immediately hit the back button, which is what we call a bounce. That tells Google your page is high quality. But more importantly for your bottom line, a happy, engaged user is way more likely to become a customer.
All right, enough of the theory. Let's get our hands dirty. This next part is your practical, no fluff checklist to get this stuff done. This is the how-to guide.
Okay, first things first, your content. You got to make your topic obvious from the get-go. So try to get your main keyword in there somewhere in the first paragraph. But it's not just about words, it's about intent. Are people searching for information or are they ready to buy? Your content has to match that. And finally, you have to show what Google calls EAT. It stands for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Basically, you have to prove you know your stuff. Set your sources, show who you are, make it clear you're a credible source.
Next up, and listen, if you only do one technical thing, make it this, the title tag. This is the big blue link that shows up in Google search results. It is so important. The rules are simple. Keep it under 60 characters, pop your main keyword in there, and make sure every single page on your site has its own unique title.
Now let's talk about headers. Think of your page like a research paper or a book. You have one and only one, H1. That's the main title of the whole page. Then you use H2s for your major sections, like chapter titles, and H3s for the sub-points within those sections. It creates this beautiful, clean structure that makes it super easy for people and Google to understand what your page is all about.
And what about your URLs? I mean, just look at the difference here. Which one of these would you rather click? The first one is a meaningless mess of code. The second one, though, it's clean, it's easy to read, and it tells you exactly what you're going to get. It's a tiny detail that builds a huge amount of trust for both users and search engines.
Okay, so we know what to do. Now for a quick fire round on what not to do. Trust me, avoiding these common traps is just as important as doing all the right things. First, this scary-sounding thing called keyword cannibalization.
It's when you have a bunch of pages on your own website all trying to rank for the same keyword. What happens is you confuse Google. It doesn't know which page is the most important one, so it might just downrank all of them. You're literally competing against yourself. Don't do it.
Next up, stay away from thin or copied content. Every single page on your website needs to have a reason to exist. It needs to offer real, unique value. Pages with just a few sentences, or worse, content that's just copied and pasted from somewhere else, can drag your whole site down. It's all about quality, not quantity.
And finally, this is a relic from the Stone Age of SEO, over-optimization, or keyword stuffing. Please do not just jam your keyword into your text over and over again. Search engines are way too smart for that now. It sounds robotic, it's awful to read, and it will do more harm than good. Just write for humans.
So, where's all of this going? Let's wrap things up by taking a peek into the future. And I'll give you a spoiler. The answer to everything is the user.
The trends are crystal clear. AI is making search so much smarter. It understands context now, not just words. That means building your site's authority on a whole topic is key. And user experience isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's a direct ranking factor. Google is literally measuring things like how fast your page responds when someone clicks. The theme here is simple. If you make your site better for people, you're making it better for Google.
And this quote just wraps it all up in a perfect bow. Ultimately, on-page SEO is about creating pages that serve users better, which naturally leads to stronger search performance. Forget the hacks and the tricks. The best long-term strategy is just to be genuinely incredibly helpful. So I'll leave you with one final question to think about. Go look at your website and ask yourself, honestly, is this built for a machine or is it built for a person? Because the secret is, in today's world, the answer to both questions is finally the exact same thing. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.